Our Pioneer postgame. The Pioneers fall to the Emory and Henry Wasps. 19th meeting, and the Wasps get the Pioneers at the end as the Pioneers take it down and get the field goal attempt that was blocked there at the end. Joined by Pioneer coach Billy Taylor. And we can look at numbers all you want to, but I think what we've been preaching, what you've been talking about is execution. We got to make tackles. We got to wrap up. You know, Jordan Jackson had his number today at 117 yards. I think Mutter was good through the air. You bent, you didn't break a lot of times here today defensively. How do you rate what your defense was able to accomplish today?
We got a lot of stops in the red zone today, you know, and we're growing. We're growing. We've been talking about it, you know. Early on, we were having some problems getting the big guy down. Yeah. You know, and we talked to him about it, and I think we got better as the game went on. Right. And got put in some bad situations and had some short fields and came up with a big stop early in the game, you know, after it was either after the block punt or the interception. I'm not exact. Well, the interception they scored on. But, you know, our kids just kept fighting. Yeah. And all through the second half just kept fighting. Yeah. And I told them in there a minute ago, we became a football team today. Yeah. I really do believe that. And, you know, am I brokenhearted? Yes. Yeah. But I'm not disheartened at all. I'm brokenhearted for them, because those young men deserve to win a football game. Yeah. And it's my job to make sure that happens. And we were right there. I thought we controlled the clock the way we were supposed to at the end, and we set ourselves up for, you know, a game-winning field goal. And we got to protect and we got to kick. Yeah. And it'll come. Yeah. It'll come. We're getting there. You know. Like I said, I'm just heartbroken for our players.
Today, Matthew Palazzo goes the whole way there at quarterback for you, and I think that Coach Lang is just kind of dialing in. What's the game plan this week? What do we need to accomplish? You know, 5 explosion plays for your team today. And when we got the edge, we were extremely dangerous. Offense, you've said, you know, they've kind of been picking it up a little bit, and they were able to do that. The turnovers hurt. You know, they were very successful on our turnovers, but that offense still picking it up. Absolutely.
You know, we've got offensive skill. There's no doubt about it. You know, Kamani has a big touchdown. Yeah. You know, there was several other big plays. And Matt did a nice job today. Yeah. You know, he ran the offense well late in the game with a 2-minute situation. Yeah. And put us in position to win it. You know, and Cam's still there, and, you know, like you said, Coach Lang knows what we want to do each week to whatever defense we're playing, and it's good to have a couple guys that you can call on. Right.
It's a team that is extremely opportunistic in the air, and I think it was unfortunate they get the pick 6, but this is kind of what that defense has done. What did you adjust to in that second half? Because they really seemed to confuse us, especially early offensively. What were some of the things that we were able to dial into in the second half and become successful?
Well, we quit putting our guys in one-on-one situations as much as we could. Yeah. You know, and we started bringing a lot more pressure. Right. We were bringing both outside linebackers at times, trying to make the quarterback just hold on to that RPO just a tad second longer, and we were getting a lot of plays off of that call. Yeah. And our kids just kept coming. You know, whenever we gave up the deep ball early in the third quarter, you know, that one hurt. Yeah. We had really needed to come out and establish ourselves and didn't, you know. And that was really the only time of the whole game, first drive of each half. Right. You know, and after that, we didn't give up any touchdowns. Right. And several red zone stops, which shows character. And, you know, our kids bent, but they didn't break. Right.
I think, you know, they missed the 2 field goals today. They hit the one that was obviously the decisive goal from field goal that from distance from 42 yards. Top tacklers today: Rashad Watson, Ernest Johnson, Marcel Bose, TJ Jangosian were the top tacklers. But more importantly, Watson and Ernest Johnson lived in the backfield. And that's to your point where you brought pressure on the outside. You know, even more, these guys just continued to give momentum to the offense, which continued to feed off what the defense was doing for the first time this year.
For the first time this year, you know, and it was great to have a lead.
Yeah,
you know, it was short-lived, but we had a lead. Yeah, and our kids just need that. They just need to taste success, and you could see how our our whole team lifted up
Right.
by just experiencing that, and we just got to continue and just learn from that and gain confidence.
Next week won't be an easy test.
No, sir.
With the Mars-Hill Lions. They gave up their lead to Carson Newman, who rallied for a win, so they stay unbeaten. And Mars-Hill, that's a tough loss for them in a ravaged area of our corner of the world as well. And that'll be the next challenge. What's the next step? What's the next step this team needs to take outside of just, you know what, we'll finish that kick and we'll get the win?
First thing we need to do is brush this one off.
Yeah.
Take the good things from it, which there were a lot, and understand that we're becoming a football team.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that, and let's build on it, and let's go to Mars-Hill next week and get even better.
Hey, look good today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's Billy Taylor. The Pioneers fall today to the Emory and Henry Wasps. We'll continue more of our Pioneer postgame after this. Your final was Emory and Henry 23, Tusculum 21. Pioneer football, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan on the Pioneer Sports Network.